to do live streams on the Truth Stranger Than Fiction podcast, which is this channel that we are watching. So this is, I think, American, Australian time. You should be awake. We'll see how that goes down. Let me know in the comments if you're able to make the live at this time, or if you're catching up, what time works best for you. Just checking the microphone. But yeah, we are live. Truth Stranger Than Fiction podcast is going to be just purely lives. Going to be doing videos Saturdays and Sundays, along with doing videos still on the red or blue pill, which will be the normal edited videos. So if you like a live, make sure to subscribe to the Truth Stranger Than Fiction podcast, which is now under the brand of red or blue pill. It's had a makeover. The colors are more in line with the red or blue pill. So yeah, that is all done. Tempest Grey, where is Danny? I don't know, Tempest Grey. I have tried contacting him, unable to get hold of him. So I'm hoping at some point he shows up. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where Danny is at the moment. Right, let's get into it, shall we? Remember what I'm doing?
And we warned the children of Israel in the scripture, you will certainly cause corruption in the land twice. And you will become extremely arrogant. Sounds like somebody. When the first of the two warnings would come to pass, we would send against you some of our servants of great might who would ravage your homes. This would be a warning fulfilled. Then, after your repentance, we would...
Thank you, Jeff. Happy Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to everybody else out there. It's actually Monday morning where I am now, so doing it for the American audience. Still Sunday. It's like I'm a time traveler.
Her hand over them and aid you with wealth and offspring, causing you to outnumber them. If you act rightly, it is for your own good. But if you do wrong, it is to your own loss. And when the second warning would come to pass, your enemies would be left to totally disgrace you and enter that place of worship as they entered it the first time, and utterly destroy whatever would fall into their hands. Perhaps your Lord will have mercy on you if you repent, but if you return to sin, we will return to punishment.
What if concerts and shows...
I didn't quite get that, but I think there was some Quran verses there, peeps. I've not looked into it too much. It is something I do need to study a little bit, have a look in, but I didn't get that. I kind of missed it. Anybody else? Let me know if you did.
But for entities and beings among us who just can't see.
Bottom line is they live here. They've always lived here. Maybe they're separated by some kind of a dimensional membrane or something.
We all exist together simultaneously, just in different dimensions.
They can come in and out of our lives. They can watch us. They can see us and enter our lives, and we can't do anything about it.
Could these shows be a way of communicating with them? Or could they be using the concerts themselves as a way to communicate to each other, speaking to one another through the most powerful performers?
That is some demonic stuff, isn't it? Like, to be fair, like the 4D, if there is a 4D and it's an invisible one, then they probably have the ability to take over people's bodies. That's probably something they're able to do. So that's probably what we're seeing. But I do think that there is something to do with the watches, you know.
It seems the veil is thinning more and more. Do you think it'll be thin enough eventually for all to see?
Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts. Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts.
A man in Las Vegas claimed he could summon UFOs, and the local news team couldn't resist. There is a Las Vegas guy making an extraordinary claim about extraterrestrials. So we sent Action News reporter Mike Delastrito to check it out.
This guy says the Old Testament, written in Hebrew, taught him how to summon UFOs. All right, he says he can also do this on command, and he adds he's been doing it for 25 years, keeping all of it secret until now.
His name was Prophet Yahweh, and the reporter clearly thought this was about to be the easiest debunk of his career.
These beings are here. They're here. They're just sitting right up there. We met up with Prophet Yahweh, seer of Yahweh, at Doolittle Park off Lake Mead. We picked the day, we picked the time, and we picked the location. Everyone's going to think you're absolutely nuts. Well, I thought I was absolutely nuts. Until he says he saw UFOs. Over the years, 1,500 of them.
They think he's going to embarrass himself when he says he'll summon one for them.
He says the voice in his head told him to go public now. So we took him up on his offer, and we scanned the skies. Nothing but a few clouds. When the prophet started praying for a sighting, I wasn't exactly convinced.
This is where things take a wild turn.
I pray, oh Yahweh, that you send a sighting so that they know that I am not mentally ill. I am not a false prophet. Oh, brother, look at it. There it is.
You can barely see it, a white speck. Then another sighting.
There it is. I got it.
Photojournalist Jonathan Hawkins locks in on it. Let's take a closer look here. It's an orange sphere that appeared out of nowhere. I call the boss with an unexpected change in my story. I could see it clear as day. In fact, it's bright.
I can't believe this.
They even called Nellis Air Force Base to ask what it was. They got no answer.
Coming toward us now, I think.
What?
See, it's coming up toward us.
Whoa, man! Oh, hallelujah!
And a few seconds later, it disappeared. The reporter even seems a bit shaken up by the experience.
And I'm still not quite sure what those things were. Now, if I didn't see this for myself, I probably would have just laughed this whole thing off.
If anybody knows what that was, please call Mike Delastrito and identify that object.
That's crazy. They're the things that I used to see. You see him all the time flying around doing weird things. But yeah, he was summoning them. He was able to get them, and he's got it on camera with a news crew. Never heard that story before.
Yeah, there's lights twinkling on it. You see all them lights?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the front is kind of like moving a little bit. Yeah, you see the lights? And you see how it's kind of moving?
Where is it?
See them lights?
Yeah, but
You see that?
yeah, there's no butterfly.
No, it's
I know.
it's an extraterrestrial. It's interdimensional. They cloak themselves in trees and stuff. So I'm assuming that's a branch or something in the middle of the street, and it's a couple of them that's in.
There was a film about that. When was it Alien or Predator? I can't remember. Interdimensional. But I think that's a thing as well. Well, you can make things out when you look at stuff, but they're quite invisibly.
To that, when you see those lights flashing like that.
That's fucking. There, you see it?
Yeah. And now I can see the face kind of coming on the phone. You can see a face kind of starting to kind of come out. When you're looking at them, they do that.
Good.
Yeah, and you know what how they're small lights and they blinking, like twinkling. Yeah.
I see them lights several times.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that something? I think they're awesome. They're here. Like, for real, they're here. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can see something else anywhere. I'm gonna turn this one off, but yeah, they really doing it at the bottom.
Y'all want to see something cool? I spent so much money on these. These are Bibles. Volume 1 and Volume 2. And it's not even the full Bible. This is only half. I need the other two. I still need the other two Bibles. And this is a complete Bible. Presented to, I'm going to keep that name private, presented to on July 23rd, 1897. They are taped because they are falling apart. I mean, the pages.
There's a big difference in size. That's half a Bible, and the two big books are a lot bigger than the actual Bible. What's missing?
Or tattered. So I will be studying these two volumes in comparison to what we were given. To say I'm excited is an understatement.
Be interesting to see what is actually taken out.
Across the sea of time, a love immortal such as mine will come to me eternally. Immortal she returns.
Whoa. What in the Optimus Prime, or Optimus 3 now, is it, I think? We've got Robot Olympics now, have we?
Oh my gosh, this is so surreal. We are here in Bermuda and this guy is in the ocean and there is a school of fish circling him. I don't know if he realizes that, but look at those fish.
Yo, I'm literally going.
That is, I wonder if they just decided, hey, I'm gonna.
Whoa, what are they attracted to then?
Isn't it amazing? This is, he's like, all these fish are around me in a circle.
Nice beach.
I guess they like people.
All the way over. This is Mr. MBB333 and fans. I have to say this is probably the strangest thing I've seen in 50 years caused by nature. My phone doesn't even capture the entirety of it.
Rainbows are blowing my mind at the moment. They really are, with the double rainbow. It's definitely changing my reality.
Yeah, I was on my flight Friday morning. I looked out my window, and mind you, we're above the clouds. So what is that?
Is that a chimney above the clouds?
What is that?
Cloud machines, they are making more clouds.
No, they're not. Let me explain. And no, it's not cloud day. So first I found your exact location. But in order to do that, first I had to find your exact flight. Now you uploaded this video on the 1st of March, which was a Sunday. But in the video you said your flight was on Friday morning, which means that you recorded this video on the 27th of February. Now the video you uploaded right before this was in Miami. A few days later you were in this bar in Chicago, which means that you were going from Miami to Chicago in this video. Now there were about 6 or 7 flights going from Miami to Chicago that Friday morning. So it wasn't going to be easy to find your exact flight. But your plane was flying over these weird shapes. Now believe it or not, these are not some alien technology. These are simply water vapor coming out of smokestacks. You can even see the tips sticking out of the clouds when you zoom in. But I wanted to find your exact location, so I downloaded all the flights going from Miami to Chicago that Friday morning. Then I went to the super secret website and I wrote a simple code that identifies every single power plant with a smokestack from Miami to Chicago, and I scanned all the flights until I found this. You're flying in this direction. You'll notice that these 3 power plants match the smoke pattern. I also found this map of the clouds that day, and you can see that they match the video. That's the smoke you're seeing in the video, by the way, meaning that you were on flight F92671, and what you're seeing in the video is simply water vapor from the James Gavin, Kiger Creek, and Mountaineer coal power plants at exactly 8:58 a.m. Here's what that looks like from the ground view.
Listen, I mentioned.
Oh, he's thorough.
I'll mention it again. There's no way that we're seeing the same stuff. Okay. When we watch these videos, we're not seeing the same things as other people, and other people aren't seeing the same things as us. Now, granted, I'm not talking about bots. I'm not talking about the ones who purposely, intentionally come in and say, oh, those are spotlights, those are spider webs, stupid shit like that. I'm talking about people, regular people aren't seeing what we're seeing. Now, I'm going to show you this video. It's from the Braves game a couple weeks ago. I'm not going to say a fucking thing about it, okay? I want y'all to tell me what y'all see. I'm going to play the video. I'll come back at the end.
More iconic Braves alumni featured in the legendary alumni giveaway collection this summer. And don't forget about the Toy Story 5th giveaway.
What?
Okay, I'm done. CJ Trito.
Tell me what this is.
Here on out. That's a
Well, I saw some flying entity. I don't know what anybody else saw. That is crazy. Hey, Master Shadow. Hope you're well.
Head, I intentionally turned the volume off. People are saying that they can't figure out what the hell is climbing up the DraftKings billboard.
No. I definitely saw something flying.
Swear to God. Swear to God. Listen, I swear to God. I'm not commenting on anything else because I can't believe this, okay? They want to know what's climbing up the DraftKings billboard. Absolutely nothing. I can't see a fucking thing climbing up the DraftKings billboard. Oh my God. This is going to be a little experiment that I do, a little social experiment. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all seen in this video.
Isn't that enough? I saw the sign, and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding.
Saturn. Max Spires talks a lot about Saturn and the worship, something to do with worship. It's very interesting. I need to dig deeper into Max Spires. I need to put everything he says together and react to it, because it's some crazy stuff he says, but the more you listen, the more believable it becomes. I think it might have something to do with Thor and stuff, and Odin and all them lot as well. Asgard.
What if your life is not random?
And instead you're here for a reason.
You're not a biological accident on a small planet in an ordinary galaxy. Hidden inside every ancient tradition on Earth, across cultures, across centuries, across millennia, built independently by people who never met, is the same idea. An answer to
why we are here.
Some call it destiny, some call it karma. Entire civilizations have been built around this. And in more recent years, a growing number of researchers and experiencers have been calling it Earth School.
The idea that this planet isn't just a place that you're stranded, it's a place that we have all been sent.
Struggles, the relationships, the pain, the joy we experience, all of that is the curriculum of Earth School. Your soul arrived here with something specific to learn.
What we do here sends a ripple outwards to people we've never met across generations.
Yeah, but why? This is the two options: is Earth School, or is it a prison planet? Like, what are we learning? Are we learning because we've done something wrong, and it was compulsory, or is it voluntary?
And possibly even across the cosmos.
When you start to see patterns in describing the soul's journey, the lessons we have to learn on Earth School, and you see it in ancient texts, mystical traditions, religious practices, it makes you wonder, what if that's not a coincidence? What if we could put all of these pieces together and see how it could change our lives? School is in session.
There is no job worth $2 million a year. That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this? And why is that? It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. Then he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games. All
Like World Cups and UFC fights.
keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated, so they don't ever question the emperor. 150 of the most powerful men and women in the world can meet in secret in Baden-Baden, Germany, and plot the fate of billions. And nobody even cares about it. But 6 football players go to lunch together, and it's in the headlines across the country. You have a reflection of the society in which that exists.
Melihatmu bersemi.
No idea. Is that a UFO?
Check this out, guys.
Wow.
This is Beetlejuice. Just way out of focus. Still looks cool, though. Look at that. This is through my biggest telescope.
That looks very plasma-like, doesn't it?
A 12-inch Dobsonian. It's a Sync Scan Skywatcher. 300p. It's got a massive 12-inch aperture. That is gorgeous. It's a little out of collimation, too. You'll have to work on that another time. Look at that. This is because, oh wow, see those ripples? Oh man, that's pretty wild. There you go. Those look like full-on waves. Huh.
That is definitely not. That is definitely looking very plasma. Like not real. You know, just I don't know. Frequency. It's weird.
Threats over the last 3 or 4 weeks that would make your hair stand up. One of them, and I haven't said this publicly, this guy called me 72 times in 3 hours. I blocked his number 12 times. It was a Google Voice number, and every single time I blocked the number, he just got a different one and called me 72 times in 3 hours to threaten my life. I just would ignore. He left like 8 voicemails. I'm a piece of shit. I'm a fucking asshole. I'm anti-Semitic. All these stupid things. So finally, he got mad that I wasn't responding. And he left me a voicemail and said, I can't wait to see your brains spread out on the sidewalk in front of, and then he read my home address. And I was like, oh shit, that's not good. And then he says, have you talked to Max? You know, your son Max, who lives at, and then he read my son's address. I was like, all right, enough's enough. So I called the FBI and they're like, well, you know, people make threats, just ignore it. And then I said, no, these threats are very specific. And so I emailed recordings of the voicemails that the guy left me, and the FBI guy calls me and he's like, oh, okay, no, this is a real threat. We'll take this. 4 days later, he calls me and says he got a subpoena for Google to turn over the subscriber information. And another 4 days after that, he called me and said, we identified the guy. We're arresting him today, which they did. Ironically, I got another death threat that day, and this idiot wrote his real name, his email address, and his cell phone number, which I also turned over to the FBI. And then when they called, they said, all this one's going to require is a knock on the door and a wagging finger saying, cut it out. The drama never ends.
Well, that's some serious threats, but not from serious people. Hey, Big Willie. Hope you're all right. From Massachusetts. I think I pronounced that right. He's on the stairs up to nowhere.
I know, and he doesn't have any limits, and he's dig into the. But I've worked with Mark Zuckerberg. That's Mark Zuckerberg. When I pass, my family, no one's gonna get a penny. If I have a wife or kids or anything, not getting a penny off.
That's the spirit.
You and Mark.
He looks very like a made-up character, doesn't he? Like this. There's a style, obviously, a lot of artists do anyway, but he looks very specifically like he is.
Do people who idolize Hollywood celebrities actually believe that they love them? It's a question that I ask myself every day because of the content that I do. For example, if I do a video of just
Oh, just a quick disclaimer, people. This is for entertainment purpose only. Do your own research. Blah, 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 blah.
and I say something the fans don't like, I will have every person in my comment section telling me that I'm a hater, I'm a hateful person, when in reality, all I'm saying is what no one else wants to say. And at the end of the day, I can literally prove to you that none of you really care for Justin Bieber because you want to keep him in an industry like it's his before and afters going from this to this, and you can't even see it. You care about the merch, you care about the content, the collabs, the Coachellas, the concerts, the tours. You care about what they can provide for you because it makes you feel good. But at the end of the day, these celebrities are literally cracking before your eyes and none of you can see it. You would have thought that Justin Bieber bouncing back into the industry that he would be ecstatic to be there, but instead, the entire night, he's looking like this. And then instead of fans asking, why doesn't Justin Bieber look excited at all to be back into the industry? All they could talk about is seeing him at Coachella. And once I saw this exact moment at Coachella, that is when I realized that not a single fan really loves Justin Bieber at all.
You dedicated your whole life to this, man. You gave us your whole life, bro. Y'all know what I'm saying? I think I speak for everyone when I just gotta say, thank you.
Justin Bieber's fans have watched him give his entire life to this industry. They've watched him have numerous public breakdowns, more than any other male Hollywood celebrity that I have ever seen, and yet you guys still scream for more. Why is that? And what's even more concerning to me is that every single person in this crowd probably saw all the headlines and all the interviews of the abuse that this man has endured, and yet they're still groping him. Because this is actually insane to me. There has been breakdown after breakdown after breakdown, and the only people that are talking about it are people like me, while his fans just scream for more. When you should be asking, what the hell is actually happening to these people?
So y'all don't see nothing wrong with Lily Gallus posting that Candace Owens passed away? We already know that Candace Owens rubbed a lot of big names the wrong way. And just randomly, Lily Gallus had something like this posted on her ex. Mind you, she's hinting at the fact that her ex account might have been hacked. But I want you to read what this says right here. I'm going to move out your way. Candace Owens' family reached out to me earlier this morning. It is with deep sadness and sorrow that I am sharing the passing of my longtime friend and fellow political commentator, Candace. I need you to tell me how this sounds to you. But what's even stranger is what Candace Owens posted today at 11:31 a.m. Thank you for all the messages of concern, but I am not dead. If I were, it would be entirely appropriate for you to blame, and you see that name right there. I don't need to say it. And look at this right here. Look at the person that she mentioned. I need you to go back to right before that person passed. The person that she named. And that person said the same exact thing as Candace. Now I'm going to ask you again. Even if the account was hacked, why would somebody post something like this about Candace Owens?
Interesting. Right, people. that is the end of the show. It's just to see how we get on. If you give me some information in the comments, let me know if you want the lives or if you don't want the lives. Anybody who's watching now or later, let me know your feedback if you prefer that or prefer my normal content. I'm just trying to work out how to do it basically, but I'll leave you to it.